Greetings and salutations, Pokemon fan. We're back with more SPL commentary. We are looking at Finchinator against Dark Eeveon. So, Finchinator got slot in black and white after the first 2 weeks where he played Gen 8 overused. And, well, most people would argue this is his best gen and he's probably the best player in the pool, so let's see if that's correct. As for Eeveon, he's 1-1 going into this week, so this shall be interesting. He got destroyed week 1 and then he destroyed so in week 2, so there's that. But he's back with a kind of mixed bag of a team. So if you play the like early black and white one, not super early, like mid black and white one, you will face this exact 5 minus the Omastar, and well, obviously this one would be a Landorus I incarnate. And you just spam wall turn and win game. But Omastar I mean, I see the vision, right? So you can tank some hits in Sun because you get the special defense boost, but I'm not sure that's viable in any capacity. And yet we're seeing it run by Dark Eeveon, so it does use Omastar sometimes. He likes that mon, so maybe he's got some secret tech ready for us to entertain us. As for Finch, he's loading hyper offense with Kyurem Black. We've seen this kind of style to week 1 by Gary the Gengar, where he had a Scarf Kyurem Black hyper offense with Kong, Star Mirachi, and D-Knight. I don't think there was a Garchomp in there, but there's probably another like ground type rocker. So it's kind of the same idea, right? I'm not sure this is Scarf Kyurem Black though, because there's a Rach here, and so this could be anything, including Band. We will see, we will see. Speaking of which, if you're Band Kyurem Black, you lead with it in this game and click outrage to run onto everything, including shit, or you just click it, man. Just let it rip. Like, what is your opponent going to do? But yeah, that's about it. So if this is ban Cure Black, you lead with it and click outrage. If it's not and it's then your lead is probably say Sash Garchomp, and so you definitely lead with that guy. There's no spin on this team, so you can just click rocks to 1, then outrage or SD. Actually, I guess if you lead against Rotom Wash, you probably SD turn 1. Because if your opponent misses Wisp, so you have a 25% chance of this working out, of Rotom Wash misses, and you have a +2 Garchomp with Sash intact, and you can just outrage, because again, that's a mono steel Shizor team. If you get Dirt, you can just click Stealth Route or 2, that no biggie, and you still have a +2 Garchomp on the field, although it will probably get intimidated by Lando. There's also a possibility that it's like Draco Meteor Life Orb, which I don't know if it makes much sense on these type of teams, but it's a possibility. Right. So lead Kyurem Black. Or Chomp. There's also a word where you lead Kong, but I don't know. I don't like it here. It's fine, obviously. I think it's strictly worse than the other two. As for Eeveon, you definitely lead Tyranitar in this game, and that's it, really. Yeah, there's no other viable lead, right? You need Sand Up for Kyurem and Kong, and the D-Knight, of course. You switch out, obviously, turn 1, because you will face a horrible matchup. Except for Kyurem Black. If you're against Kyurem Black, you stay in. But I guess the other two potential leads you switch out to probably Rotom. Actually, no, Celebi on the Kong and land on the Chomp. But you could also go Rotom. It's not great, but It's what you have to do to not lose. There's also, if you have Ice Beam, you can just stay in on the chomp really and just click it. That's fine as well. So yeah, probably lead Titar and here lead Kyurem or Garchomp. That's what I'm expecting. And let's see. And Kyurem Black comes out. Tyranitar comes out. Yeah, this is pretty standard opener. You click Outrage and maybe it's not banned, and you go Chomp. That's a lot of damage. Is this banned? Rocky Helmet. Oh, it was probably then Draco Meteor Rocks. Yeah, okay. Because, I mean, it could also just be Swords Dance Outrage, like Smurfesque, but Rocky Helmet over Sash is fine, obviously. You do force a lot of damage on a lot of things, like in this case. Alright, Chomp died but got rocks up, which is pretty good, and also almost killed Titar, which is always a nice plus. Alright, Randorozu comes out, Kyurem Black, let's see, itemless Scarf, probably? Yeah. Kyurem might be not Scarf, or it's Adamant. There's, okay, no, it's just mixed with a Resist Berry, maybe? That's what I'm expecting, like Choppleberry, something like that. Although it's not that it's a bit weird, I think. What if wait, what if it's Babiri Berry and you click HP Fire on the Shizor here? Okay, it's probably not. Alright, and Ballet Punch comes out, that's 40%, that's a choice band Shizor. Okay, so if you're Eeveon here, what do you click? Do you stay in and Ballet Punch, but then you die to Analytic Hydro Pump? But if you switch, you don't do anything. Like if you say you switch to Celebi, I think I Bullet Punch. Right, so if you're Finch here, what do you click? Do you just switch to Rachi, I guess? Or stay in and Hydro? I think you stay in and Hydro, right? Because you get the analytic boost and Shizor dies. What else? Although you risk losing Starmie, which means you lose your spinner, but does this guy even have rocks on his team? This player is known for not always running Stealth Rock. I assume Lando has them, even though it looks like a Scarf, but you know, Scarf Rocks is a thing. Tyranitar did a lot of damage to Garchomp, so I'm inclined to believe it's like banned Titar. I would have to calculate it, but I don't have. So what's the click? I think you just Hydro. Even if your opponent gets rocks up, it means it gives up like 2 turns, right? Because we established that this is likely Scarf. Unless it's like Yacheberry, but I really don't think so. I think this is just Scarflando. It was sent on Kyurem Black so brazenly too. Like that's also something to consider. And so you either here, even it's only bad if you miss, but even then, like Starmie is not necessary at all. If you switch to the problem with switching to Rachi is that you will then tank like 2 bullet punches and you have no move for to hit Shizu with probably, and so you will take like half of your Rachi's health for what? So yeah, probably I just Hydro. And let's see if I am right. Okay, Bullet Punch was clicked. Ice Beam. Okay. I mean, I see. Like, if you hit the Celebi on the switch, that's very good, obviously. And even if you don't, you've scouted if shit's so steady. Oh, this Rachi is pretty bulky, despite being Scarf. And most of them are, so it makes sense. No, except nothing, because now you have a full health knight and you DD up. Do you DD twice? Yeah, right? Oh, hard fire punch. You probably expected Eeveon to stay in. As you've seen, Eeveon is not scared at all by that stuff. Alright, HPIs, and here comes Kong. Or Curem. Nah, Kong. Curem. You just click fire, right? Beam or fire are probably the same. There's a very little chance your opponent is going Shizu, so yeah, I guess it makes more sense to beam. What item is this Curem? Is it like citrus berry or what? Or like wide lens? Wise glasses? I don't know. Never melt ice. That did a million, man. Just bench Shizu is broken. Right, but you have to switch out, and does Finch read it? He does. Just fire it, man. Just let it rip. Do you? Yeah, you goodbye, and then revenge kill with Landorus. Curemir is quite nice because there's a high chance Homastar does not KO it even after a Shell Smash. So there's that win path for Eeveon. Although there's also Conkeldurr, so I'm not sure that was happening anyway. Right, Shizu will die. So here you need a Bullet Punch crit, right? That's your only out. Does it even kill? Oh, Superpower. Yeah, Superpower does more damage. Hmm. Yeah, no, Bullet Punch crit didn't kill. What am I even thinking? Okay, so what's the plan here? Right, so you know that Vulcan Brain Punch Payback is hiding the fact that he may or may not have Mach Punch. I think you're forced to attack here, okay? And Curem Black Girachi. Alright, so there's a few things to consider here. One, is Omastar at +2 faster than this Rachi? Probably not. Because if you run Timid Max Speed, you get to, what, 458? I know, I understand, like, this is a Brill Kirachi, took 25% from Shizu's Ballet Punch, but you do run, like, I will never run less than 310 speed, and that would mean with Scarf you reach 465, which means you're faster than Omastar at +2. That said, this could very well be weak armor, and in fact it probably is, so you cannot just go Rachi and click moves. You have to go Cure and Black here. But you have only Ice Beam and Aiden Power Fire, so unless you have a fourth move that is physical, so say Fusion Bolt or even Outrage, or Draco Meteor, actually, that would also be fine. So unless you have one of those, it is probably a bit sketchy. Okay, but good trick, because now you ensure you're always... You ensure you don't get swept. That's it, really. Oh, it's still faster. So it's modest. Or is Max Speed Rachi? Either or. Okay. Well, this is a Curem. Almost are locked in serve, so this is just. Oh, it is Fusion Bolt. Needed 2 crits in a row, which let's say doesn't really happen in the real world unless you're very good at the video game. Looks like Eeveon is not good enough at the video game. Right. So, things to note. This current black set, Fire Ice, Ground, Fusion Bolt. Item undisclosed. I expect a Resist Berry personally. Probably Chopple. Although mm, I don't know what else could it be. An offensive item? Probably not. Lumberry? Could be, yeah, sure. Not fantastic, but it's always this is an interesting one actually. So what I would like my personal expectation is Choppleberry, with a side chance of Lamberry, but lower. Anything else? Nothing offensive. Expert belt, perhaps it's a possibility. Citrus, no, because else it would have activated. Babiri Berry, obviously not. What other possible items? Nah, I'm going with Choppleberry. I'm putting Expert Belt at the second likeliest, looking at this set. Fire, Ice, Ground, Electric, that's a infinite perfect coverage, right? So you should be able to hit everything super effectively, just like in this game. And so it makes sense to run Expert Belt, I think. Yeah, sure. I'm going with Expert Belt actually. The more I think about it, the more it seems likely. With the Choppleberry as second. Starmie's usual set, Jirachi, both Trick and Healing Wish, somewhat standard. Garchomp, Rough Skin, Rock Helmet, Rocks, okay. Pine, Denied the usual. Kong, the usual. Right, this is a pretty standard team, except for the Current Black. That's cool, right? There's a Current Black and Hyper Offense. That's not something you see a lot of. In general, this mod is very underutilized, I feel like. And so, yeah, I like this. This is approved. This is Walter approved. Eevion's team is not Walter approved. Let's put it mildly, it's not approved. Like, what is this, man? Volturn with Omastar? And at this point, I'm going to assume Celebi is like nasty plot because else you have zero damage. You do have an Omastar, but you need a setupper who can actually beat Blissey 101, and Omastar is definitely not one. Celebi could. If you run Nasty Plot Giga Drain, for example, then that's fine. I guess you have Choice Banshee though, so that's not the worst. And Tyranitar also did a million damage to a Garchomp earlier, so maybe this might also be, at the very least, Adamant, max attack. Land was Scarf, right? I, I, I don't know. This looks very all in on Omastar, and it doesn't really happen often. And sure, he only lost like by one mon. That's because Eevion's is pretty good at playing the game, but his teams really need some work, man. I understand bringing what you like. I do it myself a lot, but sometimes they just feel like they make little sense. Yeah, Volturn, great, it works, but Omastar in Sun is nice because you actually can set up on a few things because you have so much special defense gifted by Sun, but I don't know. Alright, playing wise though, yeah, Evian played okay. It's just unwinnable pretty much because there's a few mobs that like two of his mons died without ever clicking a move. That's just bad. Like that's not a game you're supposed to win. When it goes like that, you were playing for V6 almost, and it's not like that led to a big advantage for Evian. So yeah, this was very tough to win. Yeah, that's about it really. This game is just what it is. So yeah, see you next time.